Yo guys, what's up? What's good? What's happening? It's a Monday morning. Hope you guys are doing fine. It's your boy Daki Sports DLKIEEE. I have with me chilling hangout. Today is Paul.
Yeah, my people, what's going on? How's your week? Hope you had a very, very beautiful week. Like I would always say, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And your comments, we see them. And definitely we're taking up the feedbacks as well. So really appreciate you. Never stop doing what you're doing and even do more than you're doing right now. So thank you. From me to you, thank you.
And I also have to say thank you. I think for like last year you guys were bashing me, but I think you guys are peaceful with me this year, and it's fine. I love you guys, man. I love you guys, but I miss those bashing. You guys should come across me again. Let's vibe on that one. Anyways, guys, today we have somebody who just left the building talking about the boy that burns, the boy that burns. Are you cold?
I'm good, man. I'm chill, man.
You guys should ask questions. Why is wearing cardigans? But anyways, quick one here. We have Burna Boy. Burna Boy has put himself in a very, very big fix this time. And it's looking like there's no escape route for him because a lot of persons are actually bashing me. All of that, and we'll get to that like in no time. We saw at the point where this video will come out today, and the roller coaster video. He actually dropped a snippet saying March 28th, and today is 28th, so obviously we're waiting for the video. Any expectation on this video?
I would never really like expect way too much. And truth of the matter is, Burner, everybody's like really like, queuing up to see what this one will be about. And of course, there is already like a filler or maybe like a sequel to that now because there's already like a controversy on the ground.
Yeah.
So which will make people more interested in actually seeing what this is about. People want to give their opinions, and if it's a flop, people definitely come and say, "Oh, that's why it's a flop," and stuff like that. But Burna Boy is an African giant, the African giant, and he will never go below par. So I mean, I'm just really like expecting nothing less than great from him.
Okay, quick on that. But do you think the video will push the song to the level?
I feel like it's also going to do the work, but there is a subtle disconnect from Burna Boy right now in terms of his fan base, and a lot of people are like gradually disconnecting from him. People might not want to like accept that fact, but it's truth. But I feel that he knows how to find his way back into the hearts of people. Maybe not in the best ways possible, but Burna Boy always likes to stay relevant in terms of the conversations and the trend on the trend table and all that. So I think that is a good one for him. I mean, the song is a great song, anyways, but I feel like the video is gonna do justice to it. I mean, they probably would have thought it out,
True.
and of course, like I always say on this, on these conversations or in these conversations that we have, they are in control of the back end. They see what's going on. They see how people react to it, how people. So this might just be one of the the marketing tools to actually push the song. So yeah, it's fair to say that and at the end of the day, we hope that it does justice to the expectations that people have. Yeah.
Yes, we hope it does justice to the expectations. People, yeah, we saw Burna Boy at officially we know now that's going to perform now at the Champions League final,
Right.
which is a very very big win for
Right.
Burna Boy and the team. We saw the snippet to this one, Burna Boy and Metro Boomin. They had a snippet to this one. Burna Boy actually came through the whole Yankee vibe rapping thingy.
Right.
Yes, snippet. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think he flowed on that one?
I think it was actually brilliant. That's the thing about Burna Boy. Burna Boy is not predictable. You can't actually pin him to one sound. Like there's a Burna Boy sound, but there's variations of it. So he's an all-round performer, all-round singer, songwriter, entertainer, everything. Just Burna Boy is an epitome of class and finesse. There's just the way that he does the things that he does. Yes, might be a bit controversial, but who says a bit of controversy is not a part of the deal? But I heard it and it was fresh. It was really really good. Good listen. So yeah, I think that one will really come out well.
Anyway, straight down to the conversation. I'm sure you guys are waiting for this one. So, Burna Boy has taken the toll of this guy. If you see his chain, he has this guy, the fella guy. When that guy is taking over, I think over the time, I always said it like fella is one person he looks up to and
Right.
idol all of that. So he takes almost all whatever he's doing there.
Mhm.
He actually takes it all from fella Nicola Pokuti of blessed memory and all of that. But lately we saw Burna Boy in an interview where he was talking about Americans. And then he actually explains that we have Chinese Americans, we have
Mhm.
Italy, we have Italian
Italian
Americans, and we also have African Americans.
Right.
We have Americans is not a place of, it's a place where people come together and they just stand, they call them Americans. And then he's saying that Chinese Americans are respected because at the end of the day, they know they have a route to China. Yeah, they know they have a Chinese government backing them. Italian Americans are respected because they have a root. But he's saying African Americans, there are tendencies for them to forget African roots and they just make themselves Americans as it were.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a fair statement to make in the first place?
To be honest, conversations about race and origin and backgrounds, those are very, very, delicate and intricate topics. And like I said, Burna Boy likes to take toll of, the intricate sides of things, right? Like he's always like that kind of person that wants to be in the conversation of literally everything. So, of course, he's a smart person, he's intelligent, he understands history, which is very good. But then again, when you're coming to speak about a race, you have to be very, very, careful, because right now, Afrobeat is like the biggest export right now, and then you do not want to demarket what we're trying to build, what we've been building, which has solidified over a short period of time, and still continues to do so much more. So for me, I would feel that it's not a controversial statement. Okay. At the end of the day, I watched the interview, and then it was just like a pass-by interview. It wasn't like a proper even interview, but he was saying, Chinese Americans, for example, know that they have their roots in China. Yeah. They're Americans, but they know where they're from in China. They can actually tell you, okay, I'm from this place in China. And then their roots are preserved. They know. Italian Americans also, they know that. Even the Spanish Americans, they know that.
There's a Spain somewhere.
They know that I'm originally from Spain, right? Sure. But I am American. So, but African Americans always try to detach themselves from Africa. And this has been the conversation for a long time.
Why do you think that? Why do you think it's because obviously let's bring this home here. I'm a Nigerian who found myself in America,
right?
So to say, I wouldn't want to think back and remember I'm a Nigerian.
No, you have to. No, honestly, let me tell you something. The truth of the matter is, you will never ever be fulfilled as a person if you don't know where you're from. That's the truth. Because at the end of the day, you have a root. You get where you're supposed to come from. I cannot stand here today and say, oh, I did not fall from the sky. I'm Nigerian first before any other thing. If I get a passport tomorrow and I get a visa and I'm confirmed an American, I am Nigerian American. I am African American. And I can tell you categorically that I am from Nigeria. I should be bold enough to say it.
True.
But there has just been these divisive techniques by some of our folks. And to be honest, this is me actually even taking a very large chunk of the side of Burna Boy, because at the end of the day, we see all of these things happen, even online and offline conversations. And there was a time where there was a strong wave of foundational Black Americans. I don't want to go and talk about all those things, but read the history books. You would understand that it is very important for you to be able to recognize your roots. I didn't think that Burna Boy's statement was, far-fetched or it was just blown over the top. No, I don't think so. African Americans will always pull up a defense and put up a defense. It's part of the trail. But I'm not gonna say to them, oh, your conversation or your assertions are not true, or I'm trying to argue with them. They probably know, and you can't really blame some of them because they don't even know. Some of their parents never even touch foot in Africa. They don't even know what's going on. But it is important that we teach this history. We need to teach people these things, and that's what Burna Boy is reminding them. I'm not saying that you should know, and he came out to actually even debunk it. But a lot of the conversations have swinged into, oh, if he was speaking to Nigerians or addressing Nigerians, would have used a different tone.
We'll get to that.
But the truth of the matter is, I would never, ever, ever, ever in my life try to claim to be somewhere else when I know exactly where my root is. That's going to be like a diversion of identity.
Okay, anyways, quick one. We saw at this interview where Richard came out to say he made a very big statement here.
Yeah.
And then he said, why can't it be United States of Africa?
Yeah.
As against, he said, as much as they have the USA, which is United States of America, why can't we have our own United States of Africa? So in such a way that we have Mexican Africa, Italians Africa, what was Canadian Africa and everything. And we were just talking about that. Obviously, and
Canadian American, you meant?
No, like it's we have African Americans, we
Yeah.
have Italian Americans.
Yeah.
He's saying why not we have a place where we have like a United States of Africans?
Okay, Mexican, African.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that's possible in just like in 2 minutes? Do you think it's possible?
Well, it's actually very possible because for me, I think that these kind of conversations are very important. If I read a lot of books and I know a lot of history, and I don't want to even talk about it because time would actually fail us to
Fail us, yeah,
exhaust.
true.
Yeah, but it's important. And then there was also like a ploy for us to have United States of Africa, but we know exactly what happened. I don't want to go into that to indict any country for all that. And we know what happened with Gaddafi, the Gaddafi era and the Gaddafi situation.
True.
And then Libya has never been the same way because this man actually was agitating for United States of Africa. But we know how that went. And then, of course, there's just a lot of interest in Africa. But then that's why right now, the only thing we can really literally preserve right now is Afrobeat. And then we're really thankful for the fact that he's doing so much now.
Yeah,
So
true.
we should be grateful. Let's just leave it like that.
Anyways, Americans came for Burna Boy on this one, and then in defense of that, Burna Boy made a very big statement saying, "It is sad to see that in 2023 there are still such black people who would prefer we stay divided and conquered. Maybe it's my accent or something, but I never said you are African. I'm not American." He said, "I also did not say African is part of heaven. You deserve all the land and the reparations you want from America, and I'm 100% in support of that." He said, "All I have done is try to make you understand that you have Africa too, that loves you, and I believe coming together as brothers and sisters is the only way forward for us black people worldwide." He said, "You work against the progress of our people worldwide if your goal is to keep us divided." Moving on, after making that statement, but then we've seen people still coming out to say, Burna Boy was being dragged by from Nigerians first, and then the Americans. We saw the Americans say someone should remind him about Nigerian unity. I mean, this is Nigerian though. Someone should remind him about Nigerian unity before capping about African unity. Tony Amari is saying you should have led with that in that interview. That's all you can say about FBA. I'm disappointed because I was a very big fan and looking forward to seeing you at the Bay Arena. I'm good on you. Someone saying you wish Nigeria never unites, not to talk about Africa. Real spill, is that not what Gaddafi was trying to do then? Factors, this one goes smoke, finish, they talk nonsense. Spilling rubbish, make this guy shut up a beg. And then Nigerians are saying, just look at the difference in tone. If it's Nigerians, we'll be talking like we are the one owing money. But he's saying, if it was just Nigerians, man would have started with Unabi Mumusha. And it really, this thing is what we would have done.
Burna Boy just reacts to different things by mood, actually.
Unabi Mumusha.
So there are certain times that he wants to be calm, and then he just like has a calm demeanor, and then he just wants to say things very calmly. Sometimes he's just showing like, but definitely, I agree with that person. He's when it comes to us Nigerians,
like he's doing us a favor.
There's a way he just addresses us, and then that needs to actually like really stop. Where it feels like he's trying to demean us or something, I think that should really stop. But anyways, I mean, it's part of his character, and at the end of the day, I feel like he doesn't really mean it that way, but it's just how the information is being, received by us. So it's all good. It's all love.
Anyways, we come to the end of this one. Burna Boy being dragged by Americans, and then also from Nigeria, calling him names. Saying if it were to be a reverse case where we are the one calling him for it, the rest of like Unabimu or something very dim, and a lot of Nigerians feel. I think this is a call of saying they haven't tired of Burna Boy. It just goes to the fact. Some feel like it's double standard. It's calmer when it's about the US folks.
That's a bigger market.
Coming from him.
That's a bigger market.
I was going to say that, but I'll just thank God I didn't see it. So you know who to actually call for that one. But anyways, guys, I only was asking your opinion on that one. I'll ask you a question. I'll say like a question, yeah? So if you're Nigerian and you have a place to go to the US tomorrow, would you remember you're Nigerian? Would you remember you're a Nigerian? I know you want to say yes, but then take it through before answering. I'll catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, but you have to be careful.